One day Joe dies, and he's met by Jesus. And Jesus says, "Hello, Joe. I've been waiting for you. Do you remember the time that you really understood that your work mattered to me?" And Joe's eyes get real big and says, "Oh, why, yes, I do." And he says, "Joe, do you remember that mortgage application that came across your desk?" And Joe, again, eyes get real big and exclaims, he says, "But why, yes, I do, Jesus." Jesus tells him, "Joe, let me show you what happened in the life of that single mom and those 3 young boys as a result of your good work. Come and walk with me. I want to show you something." Because of what you did, with Jesus' arms still around Joe, he says, "Look, all 3 of the boys were raised in my ways. They grew up to be mighty men. They fulfilled the purposes and the plans that I had for them. She too lived a good and a long life. She saw me active in her life, one who's the father to the fatherless and a widow, and a husband to the widow. Good job, well done, good and faithful servant. Now, Joe, walk with me. I want to show you this, what could have happened if you had not done your job. She would have had to move in a less safe area. She would have lost all of her community and her support. And as she worked to make ends meet, the gangs would have moved in to fill the gap. Each of the boys would have died an early death, and she too would have died an early death. She would have been questioning my love for her and her kids. She would have died heartbroken. Joe, your work, no matter how small, is meaningful and can glorify me. We live a full Christian life when we are managing God's creation, when we are doing God's good work, and when we are sharing in God's reward. Will you answer your call to work? The world is waiting.